lives being invaded. Teachers are learning information students don't want teachers to know, and that's causing a lot of problems throughout the school. People want attention and they want to make other people's lives to be miserable. For example, the Valley Fight, which is mentioned in argument 1. This argument never should have happened if teachers weren't able to have contact with students over social media. In a article, a protest was stopped because teachers monitored the students' social media. Not only was a peaceful protest stopped, this made an invasion of privacy some people are always missing out.
Schools not only should but must monitor students' electronics in order to provide a safe and effective environment for education. Unfortunately, too often schools become a hard and dreary place for some students due to cyberbullying or other criminal influences. 2.2 million students experienced cyberbullying in 2011, and of that, 71.9% reported being cyberbullied once or twice in the school year. Increasingly, we read in the news about another school killing or giving out drugs. What kind of school learning environment does that create for students who care about their future? Fear of being bullied is a strong emotion and can overpower your dreams for the future. Students have a right to learning safety and peace. Schools should also be able to continue to monitor students' use of social media both during and outside of school. To think that what affects schools only happens between 7 and 3 is foolish. Much of the mischief with electronics goes on outside of the school's walls. If we had social media being monitored everywhere, we can not only prevent cyberbullying, but even a significant number of suicides. In addition, students seem to try to cheat all the time, but now they also seem to be doing it using social media. Social media just provides better tools into students' hands that allow them to multiply their cheating with less chances of being caught. By monitoring social media, we could stop cheating from happening. Finally, criminal activity could be reduced by monitoring social media quite often. Quite often, clues existed in social media of the intent of criminal activity long before the act was done. Schools should monitor social media for indications of planned crimes like mass killing or drugs. As you will see throughout our presentation, the absolute requirement of schools to monitor students' electronics is essential to the future of our country to keep safe. All students depend on us to give them what they need to be successful, and they deserve our best. Our best is only possible through monitoring students' electronics. In today's society, social media is not always used for good. It can be used for more ugly purposes as well. Look around. There are inappropriate pictures on social media, bad language, and negative opinions, and more. Cyberbullying is something that kids do, and while they are doing it, they think that no one knows or can see it. We can put an end to cyberbullying if we are monitoring our laptops and technology at school. We can save kids' lives. Every 42 seconds, someone attempts suicide. That means that in just over a minute, 2 people are attempting suicide at the same time. Every 18 minutes, someone dies by suicide. People that commit suicide do it for different reasons. One of those reasons is known to be cyberbullying. A lot of kids that have gotten cyberbullied are afraid to tell anyone. It's embarrassing, shameful, and saddening, so they may never say a word. If they keep it in for too long, they could do something drastic like suicide before even thinking about what they are actually doing. There's a program that is being used in California right now that monitors students' computers. Most students would automatically assume that the school will monitor your every single move, but that's not correct. For example, if a student were to type, "I'm going to cut myself today," the program would simply flag the word cut, and then a school employee would look more into that situation. Maybe you think that cyberbullying just makes a kid sad or depressed, but it can lead to a lot more than that, such as decreasing academic achievements and school participation. Also, they are more likely to miss, skip, or drop out of school. Cyberbullying can not only harm a person's feelings, but it can make them just give up on life in school. Everyone knows that we need a good education in today's world, so why would we want to potentially cause a student to fail at an education? In conclusion, we believe that social media should be monitored for this one simple reason of stopping cyberbullying.
Social media is one of the tools kids and adults use to cheat, and that is why we should monitor it. These days, it's more often to find kids and adults cheating off of social media by downloading information online. For one, they're not learning anything, and two, they won't always be able to cheat like this all the time, so they should learn to do it themselves. There are many ways cheating happens. For example, computers make cheating easier than ever before. Students can download papers from the internet and give it to their teacher. they're not learning anything at all, so it won't help them in high school or college or even their jobs. But that's not the worst part of it. That's plagiarism. They can get kicked out of school for that, and also in major trouble like not being able to go back to that school. Also, a survey came out about middle schoolers. 2/3 of the representatives said they cheated on exams, while 9/10 said copying off another's homework. That means they're wasting the teacher's time. All the teacher wants to do is prepare you for the next step. But if you kids are not doing anything, they're not learning and getting the education they need. Another reason is a survey. Another reason is a survey showed that 45% of kids think texting a friend for the answer in a test is cheating. Then 20% said it wasn't cheating. They're confused on the concept. They don't know if it's good or bad. That's why social media should be monitored so we can stop it and we can help solve the confusion. The point I'm trying to make is that I don't want to see a kid cheat and get kicked out of school for it. If kids know they're getting monitored, they'll stop and they won't cheat on the test in the first place. There's lots of crimes on social media. So if we can monitor it, we can stop it from happening. There's a bunch of videos and photos out there with kids and adults doing illegal things like kids drinking to people killing. Police officers now check phones. It has become a regular thing of crime investigations because everyone owns one and provides information that a person's whereabouts and a person's contact. This shows we've changed so much over the last generation because we used to have briefcase phones and now we have iPhones. And since everyone has one, it's easy to monitor the device. Reham Watson, however, apparently forgot about the incrimination photos on Instagram, showing him holding up 2 guns and illegally flashing gang signs. The picture helped prosecutors pull together a conspiracy indicating against Watson and 4 others in illegal schemes to channel weapons to Minnesota gangsters. If we monitor social media, we can stop the kids that are doing bad things and teach them the right thing to do. Last year, the school got a tip that someone was threatening a teacher, and the school started a program that caught 14 students doing illegal things or doing something offensive. If we can monitor, we can stop people from doing illegal things and protect the people. My point is we can keep a safe environment and stop crimes from happening and even save a life. Dude, I aced that.
Or Jay from State Farm.
I know, that was so crazy.
She said they were telling so the teacher he took the one
I'm ready.
I thought it proved it.
My opponent may say that monitoring the teachers monitoring our social network will bring more safety at school and prevent cyberbullying. But on the news, I have heard that there is a new Facebook feature that you can report cyberbullying to a parent, a teacher, or anyone else on that network that can help. So basically, it helps without cyberbullying. My opponent also says that you can cheat on tests using social media. But I respond to that if you cheat on a test using social media, then it's not going to help anyone but yourself. And it will take a while for you to get a response. If you're sitting there in a test and you start texting your friend on social media asking for answers, your friend's probably in the class too, and you can't just respond like that. My opponent also has stated that people could be doing illegal things on social media and nobody's telling. But most people that have like a conscience will tell the police, and the police will get involved, which will prevent illegal uses, because no one wants to be caught knowing the person who committed a crime.
My opponent previously stated that it invades privacy, but as we said before, the program that we showed in California only looks at the word. They don't look at their cake or stuff. They only look at the word, like kill. And also, kids and teachers. My opponent stated that kids and teachers got into a big fight, but as we also said, that teachers are trying to help the kids in learning, and they're not trying to go off their Instagrams and that. They're trying to help the kids with learning, but the kids can cheat still, which we can monitor that and stop it. But if some kids don't know about that. They can go on like Safari and look it up quickly. And kids' right of privacy, yeah, that's good and all, but look over the past couple years. Cyberbullying has been rising. Suicides have been happening by cyberbullying, and adults don't know that because kids don't talk. We all know that kids don't talk. So, our parents ask "Hey, how was school? Oh, it was good." They don't say anything. Kids don't talk. So if we can monitor, we can help the kid out and find out what's wrong, and what's wrong.
Schools should not be able to monitor students' use of social media both during and outside school. Doing this invades private life. Students could be venting on students, and teachers will find out about certain things. This is a private thing for people. Social media monitoring has made many people upset and very frustrated. No one likes to lose their rights. If you like having a personal life, and I know you do, then you'll probably agree. Because some people do social media as a way to fit in with their friends and because it's fun. If you have schools and teachers monitoring your social network, what's the fun?
You see, if we can monitor schools, we can stop cyberbullying, which causes suicides. We can save kids just like you. Every day, someone's trying to kill themselves. And if we can help stop a little of it, it will still make a big impact. Another big thing is we can stop cheating because it happens almost every day. We can keep them in school because if they cheat off the internet, they will get kicked out for plagiarism. Also, they learn nothing from what the teacher is assigning, which wastes the teacher's time. We can also stop crimes with monitoring social media. We can see people doing illegal things and stop them and help them. But if we monitor monitor all these, we can help a lot of people stop crime and give kids good education. What I'm trying to say is just saving just one life is worth schools monitoring social media.